I don't know. Hello, family. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're so glad to be with you this moment. My name is Emmanuel. Starting today. It's surprising, right? You're used to starting
My
also.
name is Messi.
Yes. If you've seen our video for the first time, please do well to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button down below this video. Like it and also share. You can also check out our videos down in our page, other videos that we've done. You can check our prayer meetings and the other videos on the page. So baby, what are we doing today?
Okay, welcome guys. Thank you so much for joining us. So in today's video, we'll be sharing about how we avoided sex in our relationship. Yes, we did a video about how we had our first kiss during our wedding, on our wedding day. On our wedding day, yes. So we thought to share how that was possible. What we did, what we didn't do, how it went, and the rest. So sit back. It promises to be a very good one.
Very interesting. Okay, so first of all, we'd like to say that we are not perfect. There are people who set boundaries, who did everything they could, but it didn't work for them. So we're not saying this, the things we're setting as perfect standards or boundaries. We're just sharing what we did and how God helped us. Yes, it's very important to state that fact. Because you can put in everything, do everything, setting the boundaries, and then all of a sudden, just realize that by strength, can no man prevail. So what we're saying in essence is that we're able to set in these boundaries as a way of discipline, as our own measure, and God helped us together. So that's it for us. It's important we start with that.
Yeah, that's true. And in this video, we're not going to be standing judgmental at all. It's not a video to cast or throw stones. Exactly. So we acknowledge the facts, the very, very facts that Konji is very real. Yes, Konji is very real, especially between two people, that two lovers that are in a relationship.
Yeah, planning to get married.
Yeah, it's very real. It's not something you can fight. Yes, that's just the truth. In fact, if you're with someone and you don't feel that butterflies in your stomach when
you don't feel anything for the person, you're not attracted.
You're not sexually attracted to that person.
You see the person as a tree. Each time you look at the sister, she's just like a tree, a log of wood. Then there's an issue.
There's an issue. That's just the truth. So it's very normal. It's a very normal feeling. The only thing that is not left for you is to practice self-control. That's just
you must learn to control.
Yes. So like one time, I remember vividly, one time that we were together. The atmosphere was tense. It was as if I should just drag this guy and just remove his clothes. What I remember vividly was when we went to snap up wedding photos.
Okay, yeah, pre-wedding picture with the photographer. That guy.
Was the closest we had ever come together. That was the closest we had ever been. Like, the photographer was just giving us some kind of style, some kind of pose. Like,
move closer, God. Hold her.
What is all this? It was not funny. We almost wanted to tell him that, brother, we are practicing abstinence. We are practicing sexual purity in this relationship.
I understand that later on he realized that these people are... So he just allowed us to do our thing ourselves.
Honestly, that was not funny. It was the longest day of our lives. We just waiting for this section to just end.
So we can go.
And that time again was the week of our wedding. The week of our wedding, it came around on Sunday. So from that Sunday, because we needed to introduce him to church. Yeah. So after we already introduced my wedding in church, and then to see the person, and then the whole church to see the person. We've already done counseling.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we've done counseling by the side and all that necessary things. But then to introduce him to the church. So he had to come around. That Sunday was in church. So from that Sunday to our wedding day, we are together
really serious. Like,
we are together every day from Monday, Tuesday to Saturday, morning to night.
The wedding, they should just do the wedding
and
let's just go our way.
So it was not funny.
It's normal to have these feelings, especially with somebody you're planning to get married to, somebody you are attracted to. It's a normal thing to have these feelings. But however, you can actually control yourself. That's the truth. If there's no room for control, there's no restraint to how far you can go in this thing. It shows that there's no discipline in it. I mean, it just shows that there's no discipline, no boundary. Everything is just allowed to be that way. No. It must be a boundary.
Yeah, for every healthy relationship.
For every healthy relationship, there should be boundaries. So there should be boundaries. So like my wife has already said, Konji is normal. You feel attracted to the person. At times when I actually feel like holding her, grabbing her, kissing her. Yes, I felt that way. But we've already agreed on some principles while we were courting. So both of us already had this philosophy. We're not going to do it before marriage. This is what we have both agreed on. We believe in bed undefiled principle. We believe in God's principle of bed undefiled for us. So that was it. So the philosophy was also already there. It was easy for us to set the boundaries. There has never been a time where, in fact, there was a day I wanted holding my wife in the studio. The way she looked at me, I was like, hey, sorry, I crossed my boundaries. Like, that look of, oh God, where are you going to? I had to like, oh my God, I sorry. So if we never had this philosophy and this mutual agreement and these boundaries together, it will just imagine one person is saying no sex, and then the other person say, we must do it, we must do it. How will you stand as a guy? Or maybe you are the guy, you're saying no sex, and the lady say, oh yeah, and you know now. But if both of you agree, it becomes easier.
Exactly. And one thing about this mutual agreement, but if you look at the story of, there was a time I read the story of Samson and Delilah, where Samson refused to tell Delilah his secret, but Delilah kept on insisting, pressing. Tell me this thing. Now look at it in the aspect of two people in a relationship. One partner is saying no sex, and then the other partner is saying, please now let's do this. I am telling you, before they get to the relationship is not going to reach anywhere before it to happen. I am telling you. That's just the truth. So if it's a mutual agreement, if it's an agreement, a boundary that the both of you have set already, it makes it easier.
Yes, it makes it easier for the talking.
Exactly.
Can two work together except they agree? So both of you have agreed to be easy or easier for you to work together towards achieving that common goal. But if it's not that way, it's going to be very difficult. The first thing is, both of you must agree. There must be mutual agreement first. Yes. All right.
Okay, so the next thing to do is to set boundaries.
Yes, set boundaries.
In this relationship, what is allowed, what is not allowed. Exactly. Have a very deep conversation about what we're going to do, what we're not going to do. Now, set boundaries. Let the both of you be on agreement. At the same page. Let both of you be on the same page. Exactly, that's it. What are those agreements that could be set when trying to avoid sex in marriage? One, it could be the both of you would agree not to meet in a secluded place alone. A secluded place alone. If there's going to be any meeting, then mutual friends should be there, family members should be around. Both of you would agree not to discuss sex.
Yes, together. When you're together and alone.
Both of you are going to spend the night in the same place. That's also a boundary. We'll not spend the night in the same house. We'll not spend the night on the same bed. If it happens that we're in the same city, we'll try and end whatever meeting we are going to be having that day before it's late.
Yes.
Nothing like I'm going for a night vigil. Let me sleep over at your place.
Let me just take a nap at your place. It's very dangerous. The grace of God is available, but we must not abuse God's grace. That's it. We don't abuse God's grace by trying to like putting burning coals into your bosom and expecting that it will not burn you. It's just a night. Let me just spend a night. You're too serious. It's just a night. Let me just spend a night with you. From a night, you know what can happen?
Exactly.
Come on, are we not mature to talk about deep things alone? You know, when you're trying to make the lady feel like, Are we not mature to talk about deep things? These are some of the words you hear. They'll just set boundaries, no late nights,
Don't
talking
try
about
to
sex.
tempt yourself. Don't try to tempt
Yeah,
yourself.
that's just it. Don't create room for temptation. By all means, avoid being tempted. Avoid temptation.
Exactly.
Because for us personally, our boundaries were strict. When we're together, we always meet in open places. Nature, a park, a pleasure park, a family friend's house, and there's almost nothing. In fact, today night there's WhatsApp, so some late night meetings are not even necessary.
Yeah.
Let us meet and see. You want to see her when both of you can decide to. It's late. You're going to see her late at night. When you can do WhatsApp call. Technology has actually, to be honest, I believe technology has made some things very easy. Even if both of you are in the same compound, yes, you can decide to see. Don't abuse this privilege of seeing each other. Because you're in the same compound, in the same city, you want to see her. Both of you want to see each other every day. You mustn't see each other every day. To be honest, this is just my own opinion. You can see once in a week.
Because you're a man of God, you're not going to feel tempted. No man is infallible.
That's it. That's anybody.
Forget the man of God has blood running through his vein. Exactly. Even you as a lady, this feeling is just there.
Yes.
It's just there. So it's better you don't try to abuse the grace. Better not try to overstretch your boundaries. Let those boundaries be clearly stated. Be clearly stated, and both of you should respect those boundaries.
Respect it.
Yes.
Yeah. We never kept late nights. We always, in fact, most time we talk on call, WhatsApp call, how far we share our feelings online. So imagine staying together and telling baby, I'm telling her how I'm feeling concerning her. She also wants to tell me how she feels. And before you know anything, emotions build up and he's just waiting for a weaker look, just looking for a way to pass through and then before you know. So there's some sensitive topics to talk about online on call. All right.
Okay. So the next thing you need to do is to be accountable. Be accountable. Have a mentor that oversees your relationship.
Don't keep a secret relationship. Yes, keep part of it. Don't make it secretive. Okay. Nobody knows about your relationship. Just like in our previous video, we talk about a private and a secret relationship. If your relationship is private, you're accountable to somebody knows. But when it's a secret relationship, it's just between the two of us. You know what I'm talking about? We are mature enough to keep things between us. You just like to make it. In that kind of relationship, a lot of things will happen and nobody will give an oversight. You're not accountable to anything. It's just between, this thing is just, this thing just between the top. Let's just die natural day. Let us kill it. Before you know it, you'll kill it, it will resurrect again.
Yeah.
And it's like, turning into
so
something else.
Be accountable. Have a mentor. Have someone that oversees your relationship. Have someone you can always run to. Yes. Have someone that the person should know that in this relationship, we are upholding sexual purity. The person should know. So in case the line is being drawn, there's somebody that would draw your ears. Somebody that would draw your ears and said, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Don't do it again. This is what you should do. This is what you should not do. And the rest.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so another very important thing that really helped you and that helped us is that most time when we're together, we spoke about other important aspects of our relationship. Yes. We're always talking about, sometimes we talk about her business, we talk about career, we talk about what to pursue. We're just talking about much more important things. For some relations, about sex and sex and sex and sex, how you're going to do it, how many children you're going to have. As much as they're important, but they're not the most important part of your relationship. Talk about purpose together, talk about book reviews. We did book reviews. Yeah, we always talk about, how to make ourselves valuable, how to add value to ourselves beyond just sex talk. When you focus on, I'm telling you, when your mind is glued on those things, you realize that you're giving less attention to other things. So focus on more important part of your relationship. Focus on how both of you can become better. Focus on, how do we develop our prayer life? How do we improve on reading? Have you read this book? I read this book. Do book reviews. When both of you are together, tell me about the book you read. Wow, this is what I plan to do. I just read the book. I'm thinking about doing this into my business. Thinking about buying it. I feel if I do this, it will help me. Next 2 years, I hope to have then both of you realize that in fact, iron sharpens iron. You begin to you'll be so engaged that before you know, 5 hours. It's time to go home. Bye, see you later. I enjoyed talking with you. It just sharpened my mind, just opened my eyes to see things I've never seen before about my business, about my life, about my career, about this. That revelation you shared is so deep. Like, I'm still thinking about it.
And trust me, this will not make your relationship boring.
Yeah, it won't be
at
bad.
all.
Like, your relationship it will make it more interesting.
Exactly.
Much more interesting.
Exactly.
There are so many things.
Talk about parenting, how we're going to be better parents to our children. Talk about attending what's it called? Programs, courses, seminars, conferences. Exactly. In our previous video, there's this video we talked about important questions you need to ask while dating. Those things, by the time you go through those questions, you won't have time to talk about to be conjurized.
Plenty to be conjurized. Plenty things.
So many things to engage yourself with. Yes.
Lastly, which is something very important.
Sin strives in secrecy.
Yeah.
The more you decide to hide it, the more it feels. See, like I said the other time in the other video, when you go a meter, the next day you are going to go 10 meters. It will keep on getting more intense. Once don't cover it.
Somebody you need to set that boundary again. Yes, set that boundary. So
we need to add this. Also, you're talking about how lengthy courtship and the rest should have put as possible about it. If when a lengthy courtship is not always so advisable, lengthy courtship, when your courtship is close, you know that there's a time frame already. There's a time frame. You're looking at December 9th, looking at December 1st. You're looking at, so you already know that this journey has an end. This journey has an end. So it makes you to be able to keep on pushing it. But when your courtship is very long, there's no dates. 1 year, 2 years. 4 years. You're creating more room for temptation. Exactly. And we don't even know when this journey is going to end. So you're just there. It's almost looking like an aimless journey. So that's why soft courtship is advisable. And to the glory of God, most courtship now is very brief.
Very, very, very brief courtship.
Once the date is fixed, there is a countdown. There's a countdown. You're just counting down to that. I remember how then in my house, so that I don't look at my mom when in the pilot discussion. I was like, can't wait to kiss this man. Can't wait to kiss this man. On 13th of November, I'm going to have my mom will laugh at me. She'll be like, you don't spoil. So there's an end. I'm looking, there's an end. There's a date I'm looking forward to. There's a date I know that this is finally going to end. Better.
Yes. Very important. So thank you for staying with this. If you're in a relationship with partner, both of you have agreed on sex, on no sex before marriage. I want to say that agree to them. Lastly but not least, pray. Pray that the Lord will help you to pray that the Lord will help all of you do just that.
Yes. To honor God in your relationship.
Yeah. Pray that all of you will honor God in your relationship. It's very important.
I remember how you always talk about how you want to have a testimony of bed undefiled. Yeah, you're always saying in a courtship, you want a testimony of bed undefiled.
So I want to thank you very much. I believe you've answered some of the questions you asked. Thank you very much. See you next